Oh, that was before, so you gotta do it again.
The before four?
Yeah,
We're going back in time.
All right.
In today's episode of Camp Oddwood. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. We have a couple of new guests here today. It's Alexander Eyebrows Hall and Zachary Grundle with the bundle of cash in his ass.
Why does he have cash and I'm just eyebrows?
I was looking at your eyebrows.
We all do have pretty
We all have thick eyebrows.
thick eyebrows. Yeah.
I mean, out of all of us,
like them
though,
too.
who has the most expressive eyebrows, though?
I hear that.
Amelia Clark eyebrows.
Oh yeah. I hear that like. Oh,
She's big.
Damn, both of you guys have strong eyebrow activity.
I wish I could do the wave.
Daenerys Targaryen. Stormborn.
That's Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, that's not the song from the children. What was the children? You know, those two. Oh. Oh, fuck
The
it.
children.
You know that commercial with the kids with the eyebrows? Where they're like.
I don't believe I do, actually.
Oh, really? I thought that's where that show's from. All right, never mind then.
Don't know. Don't know.
I think I got mine from, like, Stephen Colbert. He used to do a bit on the Colbert Show where they'd zoom in on his face, and he'd be, like, just doing that.
Well,
Okay.
before we get on any further with today's episode, I'm going to lay down some ground rules.
What's that mean?
Okay.
Per Zach's request, he let us know in a meeting prior to this episode, hey, I'm getting really uncomfortable.
Not my words.
So uncomfortable. I
Not-
don't know if I could continue with this level of discomfort. Can we do an episode that there's no mention of penises? Because he's sick of his man parts and he doesn't want to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is what
this
he does.
episode,
This is what he does.
we're going to see if we can refrain from talking about
Anything
the
phallic.
male sex organ for the entirety.
That was...
Of the
it wasn't
episode.
specifically just penises. I was saying
Any
in
sex
general,
organs?
Like, let's...
You see,
Anything
that's-
having to do with the penis. So we can't talk about urine.
That's not fair. That's not fair, Zach, because honestly, any organ can be turned into a sex organ. It's just the lack of imagination that people have.
It's sick. That's so tormented.
Like, remember in the
I mean, people
of
think
the
brains are
opera
sexy.
where he
You know what I mean?
starts to
I hope so.
hump that organ. Sex organ.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it's-
You could play an
none
organ.
of what Alex said
with,
was true.
If you could play an organ with your sex organ, send us a video, because that
No,
would be
please don't.
hilarious.
Please don't. Please don't send us videos like that.
I want to see somebody playing piano with their titties.
no, I think we do as men need to start experiencing, as straight men, we need to start experiencing what women experience because of the new rule. I'm gonna end that right there.
Oh no, for real?
I'm about to break the rule immediately, so I'm stopping, and we're gonna continue this episode with the rule today. We talk nothing about
organ free.
male sex organ free.
I guess I should have been a little bit more detailed on what I was going for, but I guess that's the rule.
Okay, what was your exact? You don't want to talk about anything crude. This ain't Yo Gabba Gabba.
Let's just do it. Let's just do the podcast. Fuck it. It's not going to happen anyways. We never follow the rules.
Wait. No, but
I-
you're serious? You didn't want us to talk about like phalluses that much?
Well, I was just trying to go
Our
a little
own
bit.
or in general?
I mean,
wants
if
us-
you have a problem with yours and you would like to share and get some
No, we don't
advice,
want to talk about. See,
I feel like that's
I feel
fine.
like bringing up that we shouldn't talk about it is making us talk about it more.
Well, it's like the elephant in the room right now, I guess. So yeah, let's.
All right. Well, who's the otter
The otter
in the room?
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Well, that's gonna be my new term for who's the rapist, because
Do otters rape people?
They rape baby seals.
I mean I don't know. Well, and each other.
God.
I don't know if you realize.
and each other.
I had noticed on TikTok that for a split second, it didn't happen for too long. It was for maybe a couple months. That the hyper PC of TikTok decided that they were gonna point
out the horrors of
or
otters.
basically like try to cancel otters. That is not even a joke.
Like the animal tried to cancel the animal.
Yeah,
How do you cancel?
by pointing out that they're habitual rapists.
It's
You're
like they're
serious?
I'm dead
You're
serious.
dead serious. They're
It's
trying
their-
to cancel. How do you cancel
Well, I mean,
something that's not famous that is just around in nature?
well, they're just like saying. I mean,
They're
you
just
know,
trying to shine
They're like,
a
oh,
light.
go ahead, let's let people hunt them. No, I'm just playing.
No, they're just
Oh
trying to
my
shine a
God.
light because a
That
lot of
part was
people
not-
love otters.
Yeah.
They are cute animals, but it's like they do that shit.
Well, I
And
love
mean,
lions, but they'll go out and eat a pregnant
Exactly.
gazelle and then see a fetus
Well,
and be like,
They
extra
also
snack.
eat babies.
Yeah.
Like they
Also,
also eat baby cubs.
Not to be
You know
fucked
what I
up,
mean?
but forceful sexual activity is very common in the animal kingdom. I mean, because they were coming out talking about dolphins do that shit too. It's like, okay, like,
Are you sure it's rape though? Because
they
like,
bite their noses and fuck them.
Well, what
and
if
they
that's
can't get
just
away.
like their thing, their mating thing?
I don't
Might
know.
look like rape to us.
My
right? It's
understanding
like-
of how
well, no,
it's
it-
explained, they were saying that it's rape, and that I guess like animal scientists they
Agree.
consider it as such. I don't
Biologists
know.
agree?
What?
You're saying
Biologists?
agreed, or they're saying I don't know.
Now I've seen a lot of like Discovery, Animal Planet, and then Nat Geo, and I guess like members of like weasel families do this a lot, and yeah, it's like their mating habits or like rituals. It's weird. And then for other species, there's like dominant like role play or not role play, but it's like dominant
Just a
pack mentality
tiger or-
things.
Tiger pretending to be a gazelle. Like,
That's why
did
it's
you
like-
want to eat me?
Male lions will kill their kill
me.
other male cubs.
Yo, if I ever
Shit
saw
like
an
that.
animal role playing, that would be so hot.
Ew.
You think?
Look, this horse is trying to stand on its hind leg. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
It's like those buff kangaroos. You're all like, damn, that's a fucking sexy ass. I mean, what? Yeah, no, he looks sexy.
You know what's crazy? I noticed that animals get a kick out of when humans finally start acting like animals. Because I read that cats view humans as like a clumsy kitten. Like, oh, so all their antics with you is them really just treating you like you're some kind of idiot.
Well, that's
why they give
kind
you
of treat the
birds.
cats like idiots too sometimes.
Yeah. Well, no, we treat animals like idiots because compared to us humans, they are fucking idiots. We are humans. We are the apex predator. We are number fucking one. We've built all over their land. They have nowhere to go because we are the fucking best. What are they going to do? Try to bite us? We will fucking shoot you. We've developed a weapon that will annihilate any of you immediately. I can kill so many animals with my bare hands, and the ones that I can't, I have weapons for it. Because I'm a fucking human, and that's why I keep you as a fucking pet. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? Eat the food I got you. Yeah, I know it's dehydrated and hard to chew, but that's what I'm giving you.
Kibble's actually better for cats than like the wet food.
Don't say that because we give our cats only wet food because they're spoiled and they like slime.
It is pretty slimy.
Do you give them crunchy treats at least?
Well, we mix it together. We mix the wet and the crunchy.
That's good. Texture is good.
Yeah, and then yeah,
I wouldn't.
It's
know.
better for their teeth.
yeah. So
Anyway,
Apex.
There you go.
Humans unite! Am I right? Fuck you. I'll eat you in a fucking second. Don't get too fucking comfortable. That's what, right? Humans.
We're buying and selling ivory today.
I agree,
on
but I
episode of
disagree
Camp
with how
Oddwood.
like aggressive you are with the whole thing. Like, I don't think I can go on that boat.
Yo,
Jump
I-
on
just-
that moped.
do you ever
if I make it through this next week, then we'll know that we don't have a lot of white female viewers.
Do you ever just grab a dog, and choke it?
I guess that's a good experiment to
Because
figure out.
I mean, you know, I think Whitney Cummings and anybody in her vein would crucify me after the statements I have made. So,
Probably.
I like Whitney Cummings's vein.
okay.
She has a big vein on her forehead when she laughs really hard, and I feel like I have that same vein. So I'm like, that's hot.
Hey, no, it's each their own.
Amen.
I'm into weird stuff
Yeah, like
on a
feet.
non-sexual level.
He loves
Oh,
licking toes.
why you got to do that? Talk about that.
What,
Y'all remember Sega Genesis? Because it's Toe Jam and Earl.
And
Because he be eating the Toe Jam.
I'm gonna get your toe jam out with my tongue.
Okay, so I want to talk about a couple items that have nothing to do with Toe Jam
Or Earl.
or Zach's tongue. Okay, or Earl. So one thing I do want to talk about is, did you guys hear about Lil Uzi Vert's, the jewel? He's trying to turn into the Vision. He put a $24 million jewel in his forehead. Diamond,
he
pink
implanted it?
diamond. Implanted in his forehead. I personally don't think it's real.
It's definitely not worth 24 million.
Primarily because by putting that on his forehead, he's basically not able to have like a one night like hook up with anybody.
He can't go outside either, unless he has an entourage
Yeah, no, he has to literally be surrounded.
at all times.
Yeah, because
You have a 24 million,
Like,
apparently.
yo, 24 million, I would snatch that shit off his forehead in a second.
Yeah.
Sell it on the fucking black market. I mean, I wouldn't because I'm not a criminal and I don't want his like
But somebody
facial
is.
flesh. But there's so many people who would easily do that shit, and especially for people kind of overlook this because
just real.
because of the music. But
I'm gonna look this up.
rappers, I think, are some of the most easy to victimize because it's easy in the media to not feel sorry for them because of the music that they make or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, if somebody is making gangster rap and doesn't even have a real record, and then you know, a motherfucker pops him in the streets or beats him up in the streets and then steals $100,000 from him.
Yeah, they're definitely going to do that to him if he has that diamond
He's
on his
also
forehead.
because he's also small.
But,
Wow, this.
I mean, also, though,
But you can't hook up with
can't
anybody
really-
because why wouldn't the girl like when you're sleeping just rip it off you and leave?
it's got to be, like, deeply implanted into his skull somehow. I don't know.
It doesn't look that
like
deep.
it. Looks like he's a stupid idiot.
Yeah, I was going to say that, too. Now you have that on your forehead. You literally have a price on your head now.
Yeah.
Worth however much.
And then
it's really
also,
worth.
like, if it's... yeah. No, but, like, you can't sell it,
Yeah. Well,
even if you, like, scrub it off. I feel like, you know, they're
well,
going
how
to...
much does little Uzi Vert's DNA go for on eBay?
Nothing.
Head skin.
Nothing. You can scrub it off, I'm sure.
But
Yeah, they're going to know... It's like, I'm sure it's very, like, specific.
the thing is, it's a dumb thing to do, even if it's fake. Either way, because basically, if it's fake and then somebody victimizes you to take it, then you just got victimized for a fake jewel.
Yeah.
If it's real and you did that, then you're about to lose $24 million. If you keep that
And
shit
you
in
got
your head
victimized.
for a prolonged amount of time, you're eventually going to lose $24 million.
Yeah. Or
It's just a matter of time.
infection.
I don't know. That's weird. Like, again, that's... I feel like wasted money, especially.
I mean, how many people get
But,
their
like-
fucking chain? How many rappers get their chain snatched? You're about to get your jewel snatched, your third eye.
It still boggles the mind that, like, diamonds are, like, worth so much money when they could literally be made in machines, and then like gold is finite on this planet. Gold should be worth more, honestly.
Yeah. What about stupid. Well,
Okay.
all right, little easy vert. You get an A+ for poor decision making. Something that has surfaced is in a lot of these vlog houses. They have all these like Hype House or whatever, Vlog Squad or something. So like David Dobrik, who's basically like the prince of YouTube, it's recently come out that he, a lot of the shitty pranks that he was and jokes that he was doing to a lot of the people that would be on these vlogs, they didn't know about them. They weren't that comfortable with them. They would sometimes even voice to him like, "Oh, please don't put that video up," and he still put them up and stuff. And then people were saying like, "Oh, how is that different from Jackass or whatever?" And that's the big difference, is that everybody
It's
in
called written
Jackass,
consent.
everybody in
consent.
Jackass knew what they signed up for. They signed up and they were getting paid.
Yeah.
In a lot of these cases, David Dobrik isn't paying any of these people for content that he's making millions of dollars off of.
Yeah,
And-
fuck that guy.
Yeah, and he's fucking up. Like, one of the big ones was that he got this one dude, tricked him into making out with his 50-year-old male friend, and he's not gay. So he thought that. So the joke was that their very pretty female friend was going to dress up in this baby mask, or in this weird creepy baby costume, and then
Oh,
come
and they
out
had
and
the
was
other
going to
dude
make
do it.
out with him. But then she switched out with the guy, and then made out with the guy made out with the guy, or with the dude, and the dude's like making out with him hard, thinking that it's the girl. And then he takes off the mask and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Not that we haven't seen that prank before, that prank happens or whatever, but they did it to him twice. And after the first time, he's like, "Yo, don't put it up. Like, I'm not, that one's kind of fucked up." And they put it up anyway. And then he did another one where he asks, like, "Oh, do I have your consent to try to do it?" And then on camera, the guy is like, "How could you ask me for consent for something I don't know you're gonna do?" And they put that in there as if it was consent, but then he came out later and said that no, I like basically begged them not to do it again, and he didn't add that.
How do you get tricked twice? You ever heard the saying, "Fool me once, shame on you"?
No, fuck that. No, in this case, I'm on this kid's side, because they.
I'm not saying
they
I'm
did
not on his
They did
side.
no, it's not the same exact joke with the baby head.
Oh.
They made up a whole fake commercial, like he got a job on a Jack Link's commercial where he has to they're gonna ask him to like make out with like a gorilla or whatever, and then he ends up. Well, he didn't know that they didn't add that in the prompt, obviously, right?
What, the making out part?
Yeah. So then he goes, and then the fake director is like, "All right, we're gonna do this and this," and he's there for like an hour or two, where the guy's like instructing him on all kinds of different stuff, and then he's like, "Oh, you know what? Let's do a thing where you make out with the gorilla," and the gorilla was a girl. Like, he had been working with that girl all day. It was like two or three models or whatever. And then they also did this. They also did it 2 months later. So like they had really taken the time to fuck him up on it. And like they made him believe that he really did get casted. He was going to get paid money and all this kind of shit. And then by that time, it all went out of his head. He just wanted, he thought it was a job completely separate from those people, because
See, that's
they had
one of the
nothing to
huge
do with it.
differences.
Yeah. Well, because he thought it was a Jack Link's commercial. None of those people were present until the same guy took the gorilla head off and like, "Oh yeah, I just tasted your tongue again."
Hey,
That's how you get the shit kicked out of you, man. That's how you get killed in some instances. Those are some fucked up pranks.
Yeah.
narcissism.
So, but the thing is, like,
Yeah, fuck that guy.
yeah. So that they were
Oh
doing
my
that.
god. And I just want to prank Jensen or prank you guys a little bit, suspend reality, make you think that you got, turn into a werewolf. You wake up naked in Griffith Park with a bunch of blood and chickens around you.
No,
But I mean,
chloroform.
But I mean, come on. I'm not gonna make you make out with a dude.
Yeah, just gonna chloroform you and.
I'm just gonna make you think you're a werewolf.
So you know what's actually a shitty prank is like, you know, when you jokingly talk about these kind of things and then people go around and like let other people know, like, oh yeah, my friend is a psychopath. He actually wants to chloroform people.
Just my friends.
Like, oh
Yeah, just his friends.
yeah. So that's a shitty prank.
But I'm not gonna like, you know, make you make out with a dude or stick a carrot up your butt.
Yeah. Well, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Zach has been really like stuck on that chloroform thing for a very long time.
It was. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like bringing it up.
Yeah.
Bringing up chloroform?
Well,
To
that we
somebody's face.
Well, no, that we talked about that we like were joking about that prank.
You guys joked about it for a long time.
We said it like twice, and you took it so seriously. I remember he was telling Andy and Vanessa like I was really like he was really
had it all planned out.
like he was really concerned about my like I was like a piece of shit psychopath. Because I remember when I went to go hang out with them, they're like, "Hey, we just wanted to ask you because it seemed kind of crazy, but we were told that you're like." You might be kind of unstable because you were thinking of doing this to a friend.
That.
Oh
They
my
legitimately
God.
asked me if I was. I'm not kidding.
That's fucking hilarious. Dude, because I would say like a bunch of funny shit that like, you know, of course,
that's great.
ideally you could do it, but like, no, it's just a joke. You're not going to do that to your friend. Because I was always like, oh yeah, one day, you know what, on Jensen's birthday, we should just, you know, screech up in a van in ski masks and put a hood over his fucking head and abduct him and just start like beating him into submission and then tie him up. And then we bring him into a house and he's like, oh my God, what's going on? You're like, shut up, motherfucker. And we like put him in a chair and then we take the hood off and it's like a whole surprise birthday party. Surprise! Woo!
It's like a black eye, like blood coming out of his nose.
Oh God, oh thank God. He like pees his pants. Of course we're not going to do that to our good friend Jensen. But that would be a kind of a hilarious thing to do.
To beat him up.
to any one of us.
Yeah.
No, of course. This would be like a funny written skit. You know. These are like skit ideas. We're not actually going to do this.
Well, yeah, I don't know how would it be received. If we like, you know, especially people who don't know Jensen.
You're like, oh,
And you just you just post a video where you've beaten him up.
Yeah.
You know, I think we would probably deal with a little bit of jail.
I think this would be a funny
bit, just a little
TikTok.
bit.
We would get canceled so fucking fast, where we'd have to be begging Jensen to like tell everybody like, "Yo, explain the joke,"
You can't explain
or
that.
also
type of joke.
explain your situation, because otherwise it looks really fucked up.
No, it's called lying. We tell all of his best friends, family, and guests that like, hey, you know, we're taking Jensen out and it's a big surprise, but we're gonna bring him in with a hood over his head because we don't want him to know that you're all there, and we're gonna turn off all the lights too, so they don't really see what happens beforehand.
But I don't think it matters the amount of people that are present after a battery. If you beat him up, you've still beaten him up.
It's not really a battering.
If he's
No.
bleeding,
No, you're not gonna hit him that hard. Jesus.
you said his nose would be his
I
face.
think
Oh,
it was
okay.
just to add to the
okay.
dramatic.
All right.
No, only like, you know, body shots, and you don't have to hit him that hard.
Just body shots.
You know, Jensen bruises like a peach. You can't hit him that hard.
Just give him a 5-star bruise.
Give him some like, you know, some hard tickling.
I mean, that could potentially kill him.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking hemophiliac almost.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a joke. We wouldn't do that in real life. It's a, you know, we film that and put it on TikTok
Well, yeah,
or
okay,
some
that was the
bullshit.
whole point. that we were trying to make.
Again. Yeah, that was the whole point we're trying to make. Oh my god. Hey man. Alex. Are you actually like trying to do this shit? I can just imagine Andy just like, cause Zach has told us some weird shit.
Meow meow.
You got some explaining to do. Meow meow.
Alex, are you psycho? Are you crazy?
Are you
Maybe
gonna
that's why
chloroform
he
me?
was so nice to you.
That's probably
The whole
why.
time.
Yeah, the one time he was like, "Oh shit, I better like check on this guy, or he's gonna chloroform me." And,
I'm gonna wake up in the woods.
randomly
yeah, with a
somewhere.
carrot in my ass.
Anyways,
Fuck carrots.
And fuck carrots. Me and the boys were hanging out, right? And we were just chilling, right? And I was drinking, and we was chilling, and I just kept drinking, and fuck carrots.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
All right, so for this next section, now that we're all greased up,
You did say sex.
Sean,
And greased.
I said what?
Continue.
He was just interrupting you.
Oh, sex. Oh, you motherfucker.
You're mentioning sexual things.
Oh man, you.
Now that we're all warmed
Oh,
up,
you, Henry, you're lucky you're fucking tall. No.
Oh wow.
All right, see, I'm breaking. I'm about to chloroform you.
he's about to explode.
So what's our?
So the next game on the list, or the next thing on the list, is a game, and what we're gonna do is trivia.
Trivia. What he said is trivia.
He said trivia. Yes.
But he said it in kind of like, a recovering heroin addict's voice, man.
Oh god.
Make fun of me again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, we're doing some trivia, right?
Yeah, so I wanted to, since I just went over all these stories of pop culture, I'm curious to see how prefaced each of us is in pop culture. So to find that out, we are all going to take, or not a quiz. We're going to do pop culture trivia.
Well, should we get started?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going first. Hit me, question lady.
Or actually, when you ask the questions, can you ask them close to Henry's mic? You don't have to get like right into it, but yeah,
Okay. I'll just talk loud.
in the direction of the mic.
Yes.
You mean normal, right?
Yeah. Oh wow! Quick little.
Fine.
Yeah, you just got.
I just made a
Yeah.
bad joke. I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
No.
What is the name of the boat in Jaws?
I'm gonna get this wrong, but the drifter.
No.
What is it?
Orca.
The orca.
I didn't even know that.
It's been a long time since I saw Jaws.
Yeah.
It's been a long time for me too, but it makes sense because
I'm more of a deep blue sea guy.
Okay,
orcas kill sharks.
that's true.
That was the pun that they did.
Henry's going because I lost, and we're gonna go this direction. So
Clockwise?
you're up. Yeah.
When did The Amazing Race first air? What year?
2005.
2001.
Oh dang!
Really?
That is an old show.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess.
That's
though.
when I was 11, huh? Or I guess
Yeah.
we were all 11.
Damn, I didn't know it was that old.
All right, we're swinging and missing. Alex, it's your turn.
The swinging and the missing.
How many Batman movies are there in total?
Okay, for this one you can't think too much. Think too fast.
Oh, really?
Time it for 5 seconds.
Fuck.
1 Mississippi.
7.
Mississippi. 3 Mississippi.
It was 7.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I guess they're yeah, non-ensemble movies. I would have counted those ones.
Like the Justice
Oh,
League.
the Justice League
and stuff.
ones.
At least like Batman versus Superman. You should count that one, I would think. But
I guess
no,
they're
it's,
not
it's
counting it.
ensemble. Yeah. That's a lot of
I'm
Batman
ready.
movies.
You ready?
Yes, I am.
Good guess.
All right.
Thank you.
What was Lizzie McGuire's younger brother's name in the Disney channel?
Oh fuck. I know the shit out of this.
I don't know, Cooper. I never watched Lizzie McGuire. I
Hanging
didn't have
with
fucking
Mr.
Disney
Cooper.
Channel.
See that's fucked up. You asked the poor kid.
That's messed up.
Oh, I forgot. We agreed on no
Upper poor
ridicule.
class, thank you.
Upper poor class.
Yeah, that ain't fair to say.
It was Matt McGuire.
Yeah, fuck. I went to elementary school with him.
Okay, on to the next question.
My turn.
Okay. Which Emmy Award-winning producer was behind Glee, Hollywood, The Politician, and American Horror Story?
Who is Ryan Murphy?
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. Henry, good job.
He also does the 911 shows.
Oh,
You ready?
yeah.
Who is the oldest Kardashian child?
The big one.
Yeah, wait, no, she's the youngest. Wow. So Kim. What's her name? Courtney.
Yeah.
Courtney
I knew that
Kardashian. Huh?
I knew that
Yeah.
one, but I'm not gonna get this next question.
She's physically the smallest. I think internally the bitchiest.
In my opinion, the hottest.
Okay, Zach, if you
I think
get this
she's
right,
probably the more level-headed too. In some cases, not as crazy as the other one, but
she's so crazy.
well, they're all
They're all-
crazy.
Well, she's
but
kinda-
she on the craziness level, I think she's lower.
Her
Anyways,
craziness is just not as documented as the others. I think.
well,
She got in a physical fight with Kim Kardashian in one of the episodes. I saw that. That was funny.
that's why I like her.
All right, Zach.
If I get this wrong, what?
I'll be disappointed,
Okay.
but I'll forgive you.
Okay.
Who is the half-blooded prince in Harry Potter?
Who's the half-blooded prince in
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter? What's his name? Snivel?
Snivel?
Snivell? Who the hell is Snivell?
Isn't that his nickname?
Snivel?
Snivell?
Here's Snivel.
I can't.
I think you're like smashing his first name and last name
Oh, am I?
together.
It's God damn it! It was Bucktooth guy.
Buck
Oh,
Tooth guy?
wow. No.
You're way wrong. I think
I
you
just
think
watched
it's
the
Neville,
movies.
but it's not Neville.
Oh, Neville. Okay.
Neville
Who is it?
Longbottom is who you're thinking of.
Neville Longbottom could never be the half-blooded prince.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
he's the
know.
full-blooded
Yeah,
jester.
he's way too hot now. He's way too hot.
Yeah, he did have a glow up.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Who was it?
I'm not into that Harry Potter
wow.
stuff.
You're
as
not
much.
into Harry Potter?
I just watched the movies. I never read the books or anything, and
It's still, there's a whole movie called The Half-Blooded Prince.
it's been like a few years since I watched it.
Damn.
What was the answer?
Severus Snape.
Yeah. Severus Snape.
Snape. That was, okay.
See, Henry didn't know.
Mr.
Alright,
Potter.
is
You
it
didn't
Henry?
know?
It's Henry's turn.
I would have probably said Snape, but again, I had watched the movies, but I didn't read all the books. I think I read like the first 3, and that was it.
I mean, this is information that is very prevalent in the film.
Yeah.
The Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, Harry would have been.
Did you guys
I
read
guess-
all those
I guess-
flashbacks?
I guess the boat in Jaws is pretty prevalent too because they spend so much time on it.
Yeah,
What?
But if,
Wait.
but if you're a Jaws fan, you would
Yeah,
know.
Courtney.
But, you know, because I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, it's like I don't really pay attention.
I don't think you would know that because you didn't know that either.
Like I said, if you were a Jaws fan,
You're a Kardashian fan.
Well, yeah, but who's a Jaws fan nowadays? That's old people. This is actually from our generation of
Spielberg.
movies.
Who are Spielberg fans?
Idiots.
All right, Henry,
this
you
is
ready?
true.
Yes.
All right. Who wrote the Twilight books?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
George R.R. Martin.
That's pretty good.
don't know that shit.
Stephanie Meyer. It was pretty common. It was a big event.
I don't know that. I don't give a shit about her.
Just like
That movie had zero titties.
Just like
That movie had zero
Fuck about
titties.
Harry Potter.
No, he watched Harry Potter.
It had a lot
None of
of
us
hot
read any
people.
of those books or
I
watched any of
watched,
the
no
movies.
I watched one Twilight, and then I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, but you didn't say that to Harry Potter. You said, I like this. I
thought
like
it was
that.
all right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah.
It's your turn, Alex.
Oh, yeah. I love these movies.
Okay.
These movies are so beautiful. All right.
Are you done?
Yeah.
How many kids does Angelina Jolie have?
Severus Snape. How many kids is it? 6.
You're right. I'm surprised.
He just took a fucking wild
Bang,
ass
bang.
guess.
No, I had a pretty good idea. Yeah, my mom used to religiously buy People magazine.
Why do you know this information?
Because I'm a fucking loser, dude.
How many actual children did she give birth to, though?
2. Right? Or 3?
I think it's 3.
Wrong. She gave birth to all of them.
No.
She gets around town. She goes around the world.
I'm ready
You
for the
think
next
they're
one.
adopted, but they're actually her long lost children. Anyway,
ready.
here's
I'm
the
ready.
next one,
All
Zach.
right,
I'm
Zach.
ready.
This one, I'm not sure if you'll know, but I'm hoping because you watch a lot of YouTube.
Okay.
What is the name of the new series John Krasinski launched during the coronavirus pandemic
On YouTube?
on YouTube? I've seen it many times.
Oh, have you really?
A new series on YouTube that he created.
Yes, it was at the beginning of the pandemic.
We're talking the dude that
Did the Office
Quiet Place and
Quiet
yeah,
Place,
and
yes.
he's Emily Blunt.
Yes.
He stole her.
Yes.
I didn't know he made a show. I don't know he made a show on YouTube.
And he just talked about things that were going on in the world, like good news stories.
Huh. I
Have
don't
you heard of
know.
it? Has no one else heard of it but me?
It doesn't come up on my recommendation.
I don't remember the name of it, but I remember that he did this
Is
show.
he in it? Who
Yeah.
like
Yes, he's the one who did the, before he sold it, he's the one who did the, like, he would do the story.
Yeah, he was hosting it. Oh, wasn't there like a whole controversy that they were upset that now that he sold it, it was going to be a new host and that people felt betrayed?
People got mad, yeah.
Yeah.
well he got rich, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know.
It's called Some Good News.
So yeah, I would
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I would have guessed something wrong.
All right, Henry, this is for you. What is Quentin Tarantino's most popular film?
I thought you were going to say
Oh.
first name. What's Quentin Tarantino's first name?
Most popular?
Yeah,
Is that-
most popular?
That could be kind of objective.
Huh.
Well, most popular. I guess it would be based on
Like box office?
Views?
box office
Yeah,
hit.
box office.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
I think I know.
It's got to be between Kill Bill or Django, I would think. I'm going to do... Final answer, Django.
It's actually Pulp
Yeah,
Pulp
that's the one
Fiction?
I was going for. Yeah.
Oh, wait. So
Pulp
that has the most
Fiction?
box office?
that made
Well, that's what's on my list. I don't know.
Oh, well, if it's going by popularity, I was going to say Pulp Fiction, yeah. That sucks.
yeah.
Well, that
Because
was-
Pulp
that was-
Fiction, I don't think
was-
made that much money when it came out.
That was the question.
No, but it was up for...
But it won the
Academy
Palme.
Award.
It won the Palme d'Or.
that was
It won the Palme d'Or at Cannes.
We'll do more questions so you guys will feel redeemed.
So
Oh, I'm never gonna feel redeemed.
I mean, it's
after the
it's
ridicule.
like a well more than a cult classic. It's
Well,
like a
I
classic.
started thinking about, like, the box office sales at that point.
Yeah, I would
and I was
imagine Django Unchained would be higher sales too.
I changed mine to Pulp Fiction.
Well, I mean, the answer did say popular.
Well, I mean, we could look it up after if you guys really want to see which was the highest grossing film.
Okay.
I get to change my answer because I've only had one right since the...
Yeah.
People were going to the movies.
So you would have to add the inflation and stuff.
Next question for Alex.
Which female rapper has won 6 Grammys?
Nicki Minaj.
No.
Oh fuck, Cardi B.
No.
Wait,
The fuck, Cardi B?
I don't know. Wait, female. Okay, I'll submit that I got it wrong, but let me see if I could still guess. Missy Elliott.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, here's a bonus one. Who was the first woman to win a Grammy off of a rap song? This is for you too, Zach.
First woman to win a Grammy off of a rap song?
Mm-hmm.
Lauryn Hill, maybe?
Oh, that's a good guess. It's wrong.
Gonna surprise you.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Hey, that's also kind of a good guess. That's a fucking Mariah Carey, or Ashanti.
Here's a hint. She's not black.
Christina Aguilera? I don't know if she was ever on a rap song.
Wait,
I believe it
Madonna?
Was I believe it was Blondie.
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 Really? Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna have to fact check that.
We will.
But
Wow.
I'll believe you.
We're actually,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right.
All right, this is gonna be the last rotation.
Okay.
Okay. Who was the first actor to portray James Bond on screen in 007 movies?
Bond of Steel. What's his fucking face?
Mr. Bond.
He's in Red October.
Bond.
I am blanking on his name right now. Oh God, what is his name? It's coming to me. I know who you're talking about. He was in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I know all the movies he was in. Catherine Zeta-Jones, Dodging Lasers. That movie.
She entraps me.
God, why am I blanking on his name right now?
She has entrapped me. And...
I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue, but for some reason, I know who it is, but I can't.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Remember his name.
We are a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Red October.
here's an update. She wasn't the first one to win a Grammy for it, but she was the first #1 song in the U.S. to feature rap vocals.
Oh,
The song peaked at number 4 in Australia, number 5 in the United Kingdoms. Rapture is a combination of disco, funk, and hip hop, in the rap section forming an extended coda.
The original culture.
But the first woman to win a rap Grammy was Queen Latifah.
oh,
Shit.
that's cool. It's still on the tip of my tongue, but I don't have his name. but-
She's doing a show called The Equalizer. She looks good. I don't know if
you
she
wanna
needs to do that show.
say his name
She
out.
looks good.
Sean Connery.
Sean
Yeah.
Connery. I knew.
I
it.
was
You had it.
I was trying to help you. That's why I was like, she has entrapped me.
That doesn't help at
and
all.
Sean Connery. Oh. You don't know that song?
I do. It's from Workaholics, but I wasn't. That's the last thing I'm gonna think of him in.
He was also.
Well, no, but the melody I thought would help you.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
I was just
He's one
like,
of
oh
the
yeah, they
Highlanders.
just saw
The Highlander.
It's
Oh,
You have to
Fire.
chop off my head before you get my seed.
Oh.
Henry's turn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Seed.
I had sex with your mother, Trebek.
What?
That was the SNL
Oh, that was
skit.
yeah.
When Will Ferrell would play Alex Trebek. R.I.P. Alex Trebek. What's up? What's my question?
Sean Connery, like my drink, shaken, not stirred.
Okay.
I should have said that. Maybe that would have helped you. Shaken, not stirred.
Doesn't help.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yo, he. Can we get this question going?
I like my martinis.
You probably would have liked this question that I'm going to ask, but it's going to Henry. Sorry.
That's fine.
What are the 3 names of Daenerys' dragons?
God damn it.
Shaken, not, and stirred.
Oh, shit. I only watched the show.
Oh, I haven't read the books.
I read the books.
If you don't know this because you didn't read the books, then I fart on you, dude.
I know he named one after, what's his face? Her dead husband, right? Or no, the one that was going to be the name of the son, the dead baby.
Yeah, I think one of the...
Drago?
No, I thought it was Dead Baby.
Yeah, DB.
Yeah, the baby, the baby, the baby.
DB, dead baby.
Dead baby, dead baby.
And then she named him after her brothers, her dead brothers.
Not dead people.
Uncles?
Yeah. So, okay, so what was the first one that you named?
Aegon? No.
Well, no, what the name they gave? You said.
Oh, Drago? Or Draco? One of the
Malfoy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Drago. There's a lot of like names from different fantasy genres.
They are a lot.
Rhaegon and Jogon.
What the
what are
fuck?
they?
Joe Rogan's one of his dragons.
Drogon?
Drogon.
Drogon.
Drogon, Zach. Okay,
That's what they pronounce it. It's Drogon.
Now let Zach
Yeah, so I
recite
got
it
so I got Drogon.
because he
And then
wants
there's
he wants to
Viserys.
It's Viserion. Viserion?
No, I
Oh
think
yeah, the
that's
V
right.
name.
Viserys, I thought.
It was named after her
Yeah,
dead brother.
Dead brother, yeah.
And then.
I think the other one was Rhaegar. I think.
Yeah, Rhaegar.
Yeah.
So I got 2 out of 3.
No, you got 0 out of 0. You didn't get any of them.
I said Rhaegon.
He did.
Oh, did you say Rhaegar?
Yeah.
I was thinking you said Drago. I was thinking when you said Drago, I was like,
And I said Drogon
Yeah.
at a point. And then I didn't get Viserys, but I knew it was named after her brother, her dead brother.
Golden Skull dead brother.
Yeah, and that was also the one that got taken by the dead king, right?
What?
What?
Viserys?
the Ice
The
King.
dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ice King took
The Ice
the
King.
one that's
Oh,
named
yeah.
after her brother, her dead brother.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah, and
question?
I know that
Okay.
shit.
Okay. This is the hardest one for you because you know so much about pop culture in general.
But this is gonna be hard for me.
I think so.
Oh
I don't
shit.
think you're going to get it right.
Oh, okay.
How many black keys are found on a traditional piano?
2 in that band.
2 in that?
There's 2 members in the band. All right. How many black keys are found on a traditional piano?
Yes.
26.
32. That was fun for me.
That was fun.
Okay.
I enjoyed that. Am I the asshole for calling the police because the family I tutor for keep leaving me with the kid? I am an after-school tutor. Homework help and co-curricular support mostly. Test prep sometimes. I am pretty adamant and clear that you cannot leave the house while I'm working with your child because I am not childcare and I cannot be made responsible if something like a medical episode happens. I also don't want to be there to, or I also don't want there to be the appearance of being improper. I don't need them to be in the room or anything, just in the house. Even still, parents occasionally try and use me as an excuse to run a child-free errand or run to the office or whatever else they do. Usually after the first warning, it stops, and there's also a financial penalty. Recently, I had a family where the mom evidently left during our session. This was the first time that it had happened. Eventually, I needed to leave for my next appointment. I texted and called her, but no response. I was not comfortable leaving the child, 8, alone without an adult present. After 15 minutes of waiting and becoming late for the next child, I got nervous and called the police non-emergency line to ask what I should do next. They'd said they'd send someone over. The police arrived and said they'd wait with her. Of course, I have many angry calls and negative review from this mother now, saying I've created a huge problem for her, and the police think she's some kind of bad mother now, and a social services agent asked her all kinds of questions and how dare I, etc. She claims she didn't realize the session was only 30 minutes and thought it would be okay to quickly leave around the corner because I would still be there when she returned. I was comfortable with the decision at first, but she seemed genuinely shaken up by her interactions with the social agent or officer she spoke to, unclear which from her message. And a friend of mine says that was an uncalled for escalation that could have actually placed the child in more jeopardy than my leaving after the appointment, or that I should have waited for the mom to return and spoken with her first as a warning. Am I the asshole?
A little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they're the asshole at all.
I think she's a little bit.
Oh,
I mean, I think-
our
But no, that's good that we're conflicting.
That's a mixed bag of worms, because you know what? If she's a single mom or like even a woman of color, that could have gone very bad. But regardless, you have to make sure everything is very clear in your fine print as a tutor.
And they did. And that's why I'm saying she's not the asshole. She was explicitly clear.
But she didn't say anything about calling the authorities in her thing. But the reason that I say that
there should also be if there was or was not an emergency contact number. I know she wasn't answering the texts or the calls from the tutor, but there should also be a backup number, like for either the dad or like an aunt or another person.
Well, it's not on the tutor
grandma.
to get that stuff. It's them to provide it.
Well, no,
But
exactly. That's what I'm
time,
saying.
It still was stated that the parent needs to be home while the tutor is going on. And then she said, or I don't know if it's a she or he, but the person that's tutoring, apparently, according to this, they have been working with this
person for a while,
for a little bit, and then just evidently just got up and left, and didn't realize that the session was 30 minutes. No, it's been 30 minutes for as long as you guys have been working for. And then you go run off and do an errand, even if it's around the corner, and then all of a sudden you just forget.
You have to be late for your next client.
Next appointments, and it's like, okay, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to babysit a child because I'm not a babysitter. Two, it's like, how are you going to leave your child with a stranger? But it's not a stranger because you've been working together.
So
and you try to call the parent, and they're not picking up, and you're trying to constantly get a hold of them, not picking up, and so they freaked out and they were like, oh, you know what? I don't know what to do. I don't know where the mom is. I tried contacting her. I'm not getting anything.
Why did they call their supervisor?
The tutor?
Yeah.
I'm sure
they might not have had one.
They might not have a
doing it on their own. But the reason that I think that they're a little bit of an asshole is, one, it sounds like they didn't, because they said that they have given people warnings in the past. They didn't say that they gave this person a warning and that this was the first offense. Because the friend told them that was a little bit fucked up. You should have just stayed and given them a warning. So they hadn't given them a warning. Yeah, I think that both parties
are to blame.
I think that the mom, the mom who left, it was stupid and fucked up. I'm not excusing what she did, but I feel like the friend does have a bit of a point saying that, like, you know,
calling that
because the thing is, like, it could have potentially created a really big problem for an oversight. Because what if they did choose to, oh, you're not a fit mother, and then the kid is now dealing with way more because somebody took an extra 15 minutes to do something that was kind of shitty, but not a real jeopardy of their child.
Yeah.
Rather than this person, as fucked up as just charging them extra, maybe charging them for the tutoring session that they missed as well. There are other penalties that I feel like they could have given that person that are less and not as potentially like destructive to the home situation.
Yeah, calling 911 is extreme.
Because the thing is, like, it's kind of a bag of worms, because you don't know, because you choose to do that, but then you don't know how far it could end up going.
Yeah, because it's kind of a flawed system when you call 911, because depending on who they contact, it could be kind of fucked up. Like, what if they call a fucking bad cop and they just come over and they just take your kid away, or or what if they just give bad advice and, like, fucking, I don't know, leave that kid.
Well, are you guys interested to know what they labeled this post as?
What?
Not the asshole.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do have valid points. I definitely agree with everything that you said.
Exactly. You don't know how, because people are flawed, and you don't know how that emergency operator is going to take that, or what type of information they're going to give, or if that person gets their kid taken away because of that. Or, like, now they're under, like, and then that kid, the psychological damage that you could add on to that kid, because it's like, it's already bad enough that you have to have a tutor and that you kind of feel dumb, but, like, so bad to where now you cause, like, all this turmoil for your parent, that like, oh no, the police had to get involved, the social worker had to get involved. Now they're going to become a bit more of a shut-in, and like whenever they face problems, they're going to feel less comfortable bringing that to light.
I mean,
a lot of people right here are saying, and then the person that wrote the post is replying. I guess
with a stranger.
I guess I don't know. I think your assessment is, I agree with it, first and foremost, but there's so many variables that could have happened. What if the mom like got hurt or got in a car accident or something, and you weren't able, and they didn't leave any like emergency information because according,
I mean, for me, and then this is very much subjective, right? Where I would imagine I would at least give it the hour, and then after like past an hour and a half or 2 hours, then I would deem it as a real emergency, and then then this action on behalf of the safety of the woman, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's like some type of emergency contact information that you give said tutor if there's someone coming into your house. There's like, they have to be privy to that type of information too.
Yeah.
Like most of that paperwork, but
according to the OP like from a comment that I don't want to read because it's pretty long, but it was they're saying that was exactly they need to learn how to write. That was exactly what kind of crossed my mind when I called, because I thought, here is an address. Is there an address book, or can I ask the child to where maybe I can find a relative or someone else who can come over to watch her? But I couldn't help but think, wouldn't she want to be accessible, the mom? While away from her daughter, maybe something has happened. Maybe, or definitely was concerned about this aspect. So I think in their mind, it's like, oh, they're not picking up. You just left your child. What if something bad happened? They're probably not thinking, oh, if I call the non-emergency line and have a police come over, oh, social services are going to get involved. That's probably the last thought that they had in their mind, right? That's my thought. It's like, okay.
I mean, it could have been an innocent, like, oversight, but I don't know. It just seems like it's just really messy. Because, like, for instance, like for me, my parents are, I don't think I wouldn't imagine in most instances are any more than any other, like, good parenting duo are. I don't think that they've really done anything different from anybody else where it would require for them to have child services or anything like that called on them, right? But I've experienced it where I've been either, granted my parents knew the tutor, but I've been left with a tutor, or my dad has been very late to picking me up at
there's no difference between
after school.
Yeah, leaving your kid after school with like the YS coach and all these other kids.
Yeah.
It's like shit could potentially go wrong constantly, and that's why it's like always a worry to be a parent. Again, it was a bit negligent, and then if the person is
neglectful,
if the person's a young tutor too, like they don't know what to do in certain situations, and depending on that person's like thought process, they could, start going in a whirlpool. Like, what if this lady like is never found again?
Or what if she's drunk at the bar down the street? Or what if she had a medical emergency or what have you? Like, after you start thinking about all that stuff, it's like, and she called a non-emergency line and asked what she should do. They just suggested to send somebody over. It's not like she called 911 or like CPS,
Yeah, I mean,
so it's like, okay, well, I don't think they're the asshole. I think who the asshole is the parent knowing exactly what this foundation was, and you just and you didn't even give the tutor a warning that you're leaving the house.
Yeah,
knowing
you should have given a warning.
Knowing what the rules were.
Exactly.
And then not picking up your phone and stuff. Okay, yeah, if you're a young tutor,
but then you also are making it to where the parent is required, like, doesn't get any leeway for not having all of that in their head at that time, but then the tutor is supposed to not have any of that other stuff in their head at that time.
Well, what the parents should know is the lesson's 30 minutes and not to leave your kid alone with the tutor. Like, that's all you have to remember. And then if you do leave, have your fucking phone.
Like,
and
respond.
know, like, hey, and then tell the tutor, oh, you know what, I stepped out and be 15 minutes late.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, it was
There's so many things you could have done to prevent.
I mean, it's not an argument
on
whether
the
it was a mishap on the parents' part. It absolutely was. But I just feel like it does become like increasingly more understandable why the tutor would have done it. But I still think that, like, granted, maybe they didn't understand the magnitude of what they were potentially causing.
Well, I couldn't.
I mean, neither party obviously did, but I don't know. I just feel like
I don't think. Yeah.
I mean, I would at least say this: moving forward, I would hope that to think about that then. Now, if that ever happened again at another person's.
I mean, I'm in the middle of it too. It's like, yes and no. Now you're gonna think about it, because when I was a kid, like, my parents. You guys know my parents. Like, if you're a dick, they're gonna let you know that you're a dick. And then some people were like, "Oh, I don't like these people," and then they literally was like, "Oh, they have kids. Well, I'm gonna call like the cops on them, like Child Protective Services and shit." And then out of nowhere, I had these fucking strangers showing up to my house like once a month, like making sure that there was like food in the fridge. And you guys always know my house always had food in the fridge. It's like, fucked up people could do fucked up things and like help potentially ruin your life or question your parental guidance.
I mean, that's always a tough thing. Like,
again, yeah,
questioning your parental wherewithal, because like people who just like disagree or whatever, like, you snatch your kid off of their scooter because they did something wrong, and it's like, oh, why are you grabbing on your kid like that? It's like, okay, well, like, this is how I'm choosing to deal with my kid. That's none of your business, unless I'm socking him in his fucking hand.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm whapping my kid on the ass because he just threw sand in somebody's eyes and is riding a scooter barefoot, that's fair.
That's how you gonna learn.
Gonna learn today.
Yeah. I don't know. I can understand it on both sides, but I guess, feel like I can understand why the mother is angry, but then I do feel like the mother should also, like, yo,
I gotta
recognize your responsibility in the situation for sure.
So if CPS didn't even show up, OP wouldn't be an asshole?
What do you mean?
If Child Protection Services didn't just, pop in and ask a few questions, if they didn't show up at all, would she still be an asshole for calling an authority figure to figure out why the parent's not home?
They waited?
Yeah.
Well,
Before they called?
No, not before they called, but after they made the phone call and the police got there, it was 15 minutes later when the mom got.
So it only been 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes at the most.
I don't want to speculate that, but I know for a fact because after the phone call, the police showed up.
I'm assuming,
and then the mom 15 minutes later showed up.
Yeah,
so
and
who
also,
knows? It could have been an hour because the parent left at some point during the tutoring process,
which was a half-hour session.
Which is a half-hour session
when it was tutoring.
Yeah.
She left.
Well, no, because they already had like another. Yeah.
Well, I think
they already had another client.
They said that their other client was already waiting.
Yeah. So it must have been
at least a half hour or up to an hour after, because I wouldn't imagine you trying to schedule back-to-back tutoring sessions so close together.
Yeah.
Most
so
tutors wouldn't do that.
I feel like there was some time, and not just 15 minutes after the session was over.
So yeah, it definitely. Yeah, but it had to have been like an hour. Like what you're saying that makes sense. You're not going to do it back to back.
You have to take time.
If it's house calls, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to get to the other place. So
but it is like one of the big rules too for like childcare and things like that is that you're not supposed to leave your kid and this person unattended unless it's like previously agreed upon.
Yeah, and it was agreed upon that the parent would be there for 30 minutes in the house.
But you don't understand. She needed crack. She needed to get crack, and she left her child there with the tutor.
But but even still, like these light agreements, there's so many things that they say on paper that in practice, have some leeway. So that's why I still, because it's the same way like the Parks and Rec or whatever. They say it's stated really aggressively on all the websites for like if you're using tennis courts and stuff, that you have to have a mask at all times when you're inside the court. But then in practice, when you go to the courts, because everything's pretty separate, all those courts, any of the people who are watching over it are okay with people not having masks in the individual courts, right? So on paper and what actually goes on is, there's a certain amount of leeway.
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. This nothing to do with tennis courts, but a park and the play set for the kids and stuff. Me and Elizabeth were taking a walk, and a park and recs person pulled up to the little playground area with this father pushing his little kid on a swing with the baby in a stroller. And the Parks and Rec guy was like, one, you can't be in that area. It was cornered off. And then two, he wasn't wearing a mask. And so they got into this whole, the father was not being as civil as he could be, but the Park Rec dude was being civil. And the Park Rec dude even agreed. He was like, I don't like having to wear a mask. I think it's stupid. I think this whole thing is stupid, but it's my job.
Yeah, dude. It's like, someone
so
has to tell you something.
Maybe it's some people aren't like that guy that totally disagrees with the whole thing, but it's like, okay, we still have to do it. It's my job. But then there are people that will just be like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if they're not wearing masks and stuff. So, I mean, it could be like an individual thing, but if
I was the Parks and Rec guy, I was like, dude, this is cornered off for a reason. It's not even about you wearing a mask. There was a bunch of blood and shit all over this swing set. And now your baby's there, and you're now tampering with police evidence.
Jesus.
Well, that turned to...
Yeah. But then
or just
also...
be like, it's dirty. It's really dirty. We're going to clean it. That's why it's like this. And then dad's going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm a bad father.
But also another variable is that if that kid had other tutors where it was an hour long, or the parent did that with other tutors, then do you blame those other tutors then? Because
sorta, for creating a monster. Mommy monster coming to ABC at night.
Tutor, if you're gonna have to run errands.
That's really common though. Like a lot of people do that. It just seems like this person has a hard line against it. But a lot of other tutors are just try to be accommodating or whatever. Not saying that that's a right thing to do, but it just I definitely know for a fact that kind of thing is definitely common. Like, oh, okay, like tutors just trying to be chill, like, oh, you're gonna be out for a second, it's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of tutors that do that.
They do that.
They do that.
Oh no, yeah, it's common.
Do they do that?
I agree with parents doing that? No, I don't think
that.
You should do that.
They do that.
A lot of people do that. Yeah,
they do that.
They do that.
They do that.
They
do that.
do that.
They do that.
They do. Anyways, I think that's
like where is that, huh?
Yeah.
Do that.
Anyway, keep doing
what you do.
That. And like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And share.
Hope you guys
Damn, that second one we went off. That was like almost an additional hour.
It felt like we were gonna agree with you because you're like, oh,
no. I was hoping, like, I always hope when it's I'm the asshole one that somebody disagrees.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody agrees, I feel like it's a little boring, but we still have something to talk about.
Yeah, that's what we do.
But it's fun when we do
that
eye to eye with something.
I agree.
No, that was good.
So,
Well,
Cool.
thanks, guys. Tell us what you think in the comments.
bye.
Or tell another friend that you listen to this podcast, you heard about this, and then you want to talk to them about it, and then tell them that you're the tutor and you fucking call the cops on them.
So you do that.
Please
do
do
that.
that. Like and subscribe and share us.
Yeah, do that in the comments. All right, see you guys.
Go do.
My hands are getting restless.
Do that.
We